What's going on, everybody? Sparks Comics here. It's time for another comic review. This week we have Origins #1 from Boom Studios. What's up, everybody? Sparks Comics here. We're going to do another review. This one is going to be on Origins #1. So Origins is made by Boom Studios, and the idea for Origins was created by Arash, Amel, Lee Krieger, and Joseph Oxford. The script for this story is by McLeod Chapman, with art by Jakub Rebelka, and colors by Patricio, Delpeche, and letters by Jim Campbell. And Rebelka also did the cover art here. And we have a Virgin version as well. There were 4 store variants. I did not try to get those because, I wanted just the main covers for this. Store variants can get way out of hand sometimes. So Origins, the idea of what Origins is that there's this kind of future world where artificial intelligence has taken over it, and the creator of it essentially is coming back to life. So that's the concept that we get for this, which is an interesting concept. So going to how I'd rate this book so far, our covers, this is very beautiful, stunning artwork here by Rebelka, and so I'd give that an 8 out of 10 on the cover. I like that there's not a ton of covers, because then you don't feel the need to go chasing those covers to collect the story. And it looks good still with the trade dress as well, so that's good. Concept, I also give an 8 out of 10. It's an interesting concept. I'm not too big into artificial intelligence types of stories, but the way that this world seems, I like it. So 8 out of 10 concept and covers. So now all we have left is story and the characters. And so story-wise, we start out with just landscapes, and we're getting a flashback, and we don't see any of our characters for a little while. And I think this is pretty cool. We've got this almost like off-screen conversation going on. And that's where we start. And then we finally meet one of the characters who seems to be searching for something out there in the world, but is very covered up, not trying to be exposed to the world, which to me seems like they're, the air or things around in the environment are potentially potentially poisonous, or there's toxins or something going on. But then we find their home seems to be in a museum. And like the art, like I said, is really great. And so to not spoil the story, I just want to talk about the 2 characters that we really meet mostly. We have Chloe and we have David. And so David doesn't seem to be quite as aware of the dangers of the world. Chloe seems to be the one trying to look after him a little bit. And David, from my understanding, is the guy who created this artificial intelligence that ended up taking over the world. But Chloe seems to be this dangerous, strong woman who potentially is protecting him. Hopefully, it seems like that's what she's doing. And then we meet one other character named Cliff, who we never see their face. My theory is that potentially Cliff is artificial intelligence himself and not a real person. But overall, we don't know too much about the characters yet. And this is a 6-part series, and so for not knowing them yet in this this book, I have to give the characters only about a 5 or 6 out of 10. But I think there's a room for these characters to grow and develop over the next couple issues. Story, though, I think is a solid 7 out of 10. Pretty decent story to start and introduce us to this world. Definitely have a lot more questions that I know have to be answered in this story, and so it's got me intrigued. And you know, a book that gets me intrigued is a book that I'm going to continue to read. So overall, you know, we've got 8 out of 10s on cover and 8 out of 10 on concept. Story-wise, we've got 7 out of 10, and character-wise, just about a 5 out of 10. So overall, that brings me to about a solid 7.5 out of 10. I recommend picking up issue 1 and seeing what you think about it. And if you like it, it's only 6 issues long, so it's going to be a shorter series, which doesn't put you in too much of a commitment with the book. And I think it's something, especially with the artwork that's in it, something worth picking up. So again, that's Origins #1 by Boom Studios, and this came out a few weeks ago now, so we're probably heading towards issue #2 sometime soon. And it's by Chapman, Rebelka, and Delpeche from Boom Studios. So my recommendation is to check it out, at least read issue 1 and make your decision on that. But I think it's going to be an overall great 6-issue series. So thank you guys for listening to this review. Please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button if you haven't already. And drop a comment below and let me know what you guys thought of this review and whether you liked Origins or if you're planning on picking it up. As always, remember to collect what you love, and I'll see you guys next time.